In today's breaking news, I literally told you yesterday, I posted a video titled XRP Explosion Tomorrow. A week ago, I posted a video saying XRP will explode in May. And I have uploaded numerous videos covering sources from Donald Trump himself that proved we were about to kickstart the next leg of this bull run. And as we can see right now from the market chart, Bitcoin has exploded past $100,000, reaching as high as $104,000 earlier today. Ethereum is going parabolic, currently up 20.02% on the daily time frame, valued at $2,174, which is absolutely insane and very important because Ethereum is still currently the biggest altcoin, number 2 behind Bitcoin. So with Ethereum rallying much more than Bitcoin, this is a massive indicator that the altcoin season is about to start. And then with XRP, where XRP is currently up 7.8% on the daily time frame, valued at $2.29. And while it is not experiencing the same level of explosiveness as its counterpart, it is only a matter of time, as the SEC has officially and finally announced a settlement deal with Ripple and XRP on the elusive 589 day as well. All of this and so much more to dive into in today's video. And if you don't want to miss out on the incoming money making opportunities, so much more to come, then come learn much more here in the VIP group at wap.com/coin-factory, from institutional alpha research documents, trading courses and trade alerts, buy and sell alerts, and so much more incoming. We also have a limited time offer, 7-day free trial period as well. So if you are interested, find it down below in the description. Come and check us out before it's too late. Now, there is no better place to start this video than with Trump's recent announcement here, where he declares, get out there and invest in stocks now. This nation is set to soar like a rocket. Take a very close listen.
You better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that, if you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, if it was somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Welcome. I don't know when they're going to give him the ceremony, whatever the ceremony may be. It's terrible what's happened to the Democrats. So very, very important element of everything, of what we're doing, unrelated to today, but related in the sense that we'll do, if that passes, we'll do even more business with the UK. We'll have so much.
Now, while Trump didn't explicitly mention crypto or even XRP here, Trump has been deemed and knighted effectively as the crypto president. And all financial markets, including stocks and bonds, keep in mind, everything will be tokenized onto a blockchain. So this, for me, indirectly confirms and correlates to Trump saying, invest. Just invest right now, buy stocks, buy crypto, buy XRP right now, as the market, the country, this nation is about to explode to the moon. The reason Trump stated this, though, is because he had made the first significant deal with another nation following the tariffs he implemented last month. So people are now realizing and waking up that Trump's plan is actually working, and much more money and favorable trades are about to flow into America, and investments are coming back, which is very bullish news. He made a deal with the United Kingdom that reduces import tax on cars from 25% to 10%, as well as slashing tariffs on steel and aluminium. This deal is also expected to increase beef exports from the United States to the UK, thus massively benefiting American ranchers and farmers, which is huge. This is very bullish news all around, and the FOMO doesn't stop there, as Trump also announced that he is close, very close to announcing more trade deals. Take a listen.
How close are you to more deals, and when do you expect the next to be announced?
Well, very close. We have numerous deals. I know Howard's going back. As soon as this is finished, your press conference, he's got numerous. And Scott, who's right over here, who's fantastic, by the way. You were great on television this morning. I watched you. That was you gave them a little lesson in the world and economics. But Scott's going to be going to Switzerland meeting with China, and you know, they very much want to make a deal. We can all play games. Who made the first call? Who didn't make the? It doesn't matter. It only matters what happens in that room. But I will tell you that China very much wants to make a deal. We'll see how that works out. Every country throughout the last 40, 50 years has literally ripped off the United States on trade, on military, on protection, on all the different things. And we are now making fair deals. And in this case, it's great because we really weren't very much involved. You have the European Union, which is, I think you made the right decision years ago. I don't know if you remember, I was opening up Turnberry the day that you were voting. And they asked me, would it happen or would it not happen? I said, no, I think they're going to go their own separate way. I think it's better for them. And they did. I think it's going to end up being a very smart decision. But a big part of that decision was always that you'd be able to make a deal with the United States. And they were unable to do that. But now they made it. And it's a tremendous, it's very important. That was always a big part of your decision on Brexit. And they were never able to make that deal. It was a tough one. And this one it's amazing with time. This one just went very smoothly, went quickly and smoothly. And a lot of common sense, as I like to say. It's tremendous common sense, but it's going to make your country much bigger in terms of trade, and it's going to make our country much bigger in terms of trade too.
So this is ultimately the biggest and arguably the main reason. There are more reasons, I'll get into that in a moment, but the main reason why the markets are pumping so much today. Not just the UK signed a deal, not just more trade deals are coming, but also, as you heard, China looks like they are finally on board and negotiating with America as well, which is by far the biggest news of all. We may see, therefore, Bitcoin, in fact, no, scratch Bitcoin. We may very well see the whole of crypto, we may very well see XRP surpass all-time highs before the end of the month. There is so much more bullish catalyst incoming, and we are so early still. Although time's running out because the final roadblock in Ripple's path, being the final hurdle that's prevented institutions from using XRP, is finally about to be removed and coming to an end in two big ways. And I'll get into both of them in a moment. The first one here, though this just in, the SEC has finally announced a settlement deal with Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. The parties have agreed that Ripple will pay a fine of $50 million, which is nuts, by the way, when you think about how it went from $2 billion originally to $125 million, now it's just down to 50. That's insane negotiation skills. But better still, both sides will drop appeals if the court agrees to lift the injunction placed on Ripple, meaning, and not even if, likely when Judge Torres lifts the injunction on Ripple, Ripple can file for an IPO in the United States. That is huge, huge, huge news. As John Deaton states, it would be absolutely shocking for Judge Torres to not agree to lift the injunction under these circumstances. I don't want to jinx anything, of course, neither do I, but the below agreement makes such perfect sense that it's difficult to see it not going through. Effectively, it's already confirmed the end game is here. XRP is about to have legal regulatory clarity and be completely in the clear. And what is also a massive coincidence is this settlement took place on the same day as the elusive 589 day. May is the 5th month of the year. We are currently 8 days into May. And furthermore, the year 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 2025, together that makes 9. 5, 8, 9, May the 8th, 2025 plus together 9. That's 589 right there. 589, it's coincidence. It's like an unwritten rule with XRP, truth be told. That number is sacred. There's so many conspiracies being drawn up about that number, and even Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, if you check his Twitter page, he will always have 589 followers on Twitter. It is sacred, that number. And for me, therefore, I'd like to believe this whole day, this whole massive bullish day was all pre-planned. So many bullish announcements taking place on such a sacred day. XRP is obviously the chosen one. With Ripple, that settlement, now it's basically done for, or basically completed even. All eyes are now on the stablecoin bill. And documentation states right here, there is a potential that the settlement will align with the Genius Act stablecoin frameworks, which could accelerate XRP's reintegration into United States financial markets, potentially supporting its price and attracting institutional investors. It's all pre-planned. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I have to say it again, it is evident, all by design. It's all by design. At the same time, Trump announces this huge news sending the market sky high. The same day the SEC announces a settlement deal with Ripple and XRP that will align with stablecoin frameworks likely. All very bullish news. And then the second part, there's two big things today. We've just seen the OCC give the green light to banks, the green light to XRP. As we can hear in this video here, the OCC, the US federal regulator, has announced that banks under its authority are now permitted to trade, buy, sell and custody cryptocurrencies, including XRP, on behalf of their customers. Take a listen.
More than 50 million Americans hold some form of cryptocurrency. This digitalization of financial services is not a trend. It is a transformation. Here at the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, we confirm that national banks and federal savings associations may engage in certain cryptocurrency activities responsibly in order to serve their customers. OCC-regulated banks may provide custody services, including the safekeeping and secure storage of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets, all on behalf of their customers. The banks we supervise also may buy and sell cryptocurrencies they hold in custody at their customers' direction. Additionally, these banks may provide other custody services, including record keeping, tax, or reporting services for their customers. OCC banks may use a sub-custodian to provide the same services, subject to appropriate third-party risk management practices. While a range of cryptocurrency and digital asset activities may be performed by banks and their third parties, I want to be clear that the OCC expects these activities to be conducted in a safe and sound manner and in compliance with applicable law.
We are about to enter into the fourth industrial revolution, one led by crypto, led by XRP, because these assets are motivated by a desire to update and improve the legacy system, the payment system, and there is no better asset, no better company suited to replace the system than XRP is going to replace SWIFT. XRP is a clear winner, but why XRP is a clear winner, and in my belief will be the biggest gain of the cycle, remember, this is effectively the last FOMO run. We are in an everything bull market, everything bull run. The money supply is the highest it's ever been. It's going to go higher. Institutions will gain access to crypto for the first time ever, and like a kid in a candy store, they want access to it all. They want all of it. Afterwards, then they will flesh out all the good from the bad, cannibalizing the 99% of the market. So money-making opportunities are everywhere this cycle. Just make sure though that you are positioned accordingly when the FOMO dies out and switches to utility and use case assets. To stay logged in and ahead of the game, come check out the CoinFactor VIP group, again linked down below in the description, and as always, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one. Huge news.